mine too. So about to get ready to get into this. I know a few people have been in here waiting for me to get into this thing on the pendulum swing. Um, if you are in here and you're watching this through the mobile phone, I know usually there's always a high chance that those of you that are watching it through the mobile phone, that you guys are going to have a lot more people in there because for some odd reason YouTube prioritizes. Hold on, Charlie. Hold on. Is going to prioritize, and y'all might see a little. Y'all might see me on right there. Some of you that are watching over there, y'all see it right there. But no, YouTube is going to prioritize the people who are going to be streaming in here via mobile versus you guys is right here. That's there right here in front of me. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys, I told you, even though you guys might see how long, I mean, I've been doing YouTube since what, 2017, 2018? And you might think that based on the videos that I put out that I have it all together. And I can tell you right now, I do not. What am I saying that for? I'm not used to doing the whole deal where I give you guys like I guess a heads up that I'm going to be going live. I am a very spontaneous person, you can say. I do things whenever things pop up. So I'm saying that because right now, a lot of people will probably pop in here and they'll say things like, man, I did not know you were live. I didn't know you were going live. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I did not know I was going live either. But if you are in here during this live, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you're streaming on the mobile right there, if you're on the mobile phone right there, make sure you double tap the screen and that will give this video a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it if you guys did that. Okay? So I got a few people that's in here through online. As you can see, your comments are popping up right here. And I know there might be a delay also online, but sad, very sad. Got to pray for that woman. She don't know how stupid and evil she is. Stein Clyde Killer, I don't know what your name is. Say, yep, Motor Vertical has stronger push. It's because of TikTok. Okay. So you just have to refresh. All right. Tiffany, Tiff5 says, been try. Zach is in there on the mobile. What's going on, Frank Zach? Man, I didn't know you were going live. Yeah, nah. So you got jokes, huh? Yeah. But yeah, so it seems like the numbers are about even right now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up as YouTube start to notify people. But then again, YouTube may not notify you guys because YouTube may not like the fact that I'm talking about this particular. They may not like the fact that I'm talking about this particular subject right here. So they may not like it though. I screen recorded it to you. I noticed something in your video. You screen recorded it to me and sent it to me. Tiffany, did you like send it through like an email or something like that? Because I'm kind of lost on that. But nevertheless, folks, again, I appreciate you guys all being here. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you, in the phrase of my buddy Hamp, says tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend that I'm live right now. Okay. Got a few more people in here. Thank you for your common sense answers today. Says Richie Osborne. Appreciate that, Richie. Trish says 3 weeks before election. Not I liar. Justin from Texas says, just a Texas mom says YouTube can kiss it. 100. Let's see. I'm getting ready to get into this in a minute, folks, but I'm just giving people time to get in here. Usually I hit the 5-minute mark. And that's when I kind of go into it, but I do appreciate you guys all being in there right now. How do I send it? Let me see. You can try to send it to my email right here. Okay? Try to send it to my email right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get ready to get into this. All right. So as you guys know, and you saw the title right here, this is about Kamala Harris. Okay.
Yup.
Kamala Harris went on the Breakfast Club, which I told you guys that she was going to do. She goes on there with Charlemagne the God, right? That's his name, Charlemagne the God. We know he's not, but you know, that's just his name. Okay. She goes on there, and this is her pretty much trying to put in an effort to combat the huge downfall that happened to her in regards to how she's doing in the polls. Kamala Harris is not doing that well, ladies and gentlemen. At the same time, let's keep it real. Does it matter? Does it matter if Kamala Harris is not doing well? Because I mean, everybody thought that Biden, you know what I'm saying, he was in the basement, and look what happened there. YouTube censors, I only booted for 24 hours, says Gilbert Luna, and I'm sorry, says Greg Watkins, and then Gilbert Luna, Oregon, Latinos for Trump. I heard that. We got Daisy tuning all the way in from Australia. Appreciate it. But anyway, I was saying that, you know, you can tell there's something that's going on that's wrong for the Democrats. You had, and it's like it's an implosion. Kamala Harris being pretty much overshadowed by Biden when he came out during Hurricane Helene. She tried to come at Ron DeSantis and make a political move with the Hurricane Milton coming into the Tampa Bay. That backfired on her. She came out like she was trying to be a leader, going down to the, you know, ground zero, they call it, after the disaster, and pretty much let the people know how she was going to help by making sure that they're going to get a whopping $750, in which we know people have sent me videos. They applied for that $750. Honestly, from what just from the videos that people have sent me, it would appear to me that half and half. Half got denied, half got approved, but then of the 50 that, let's just say, let me give y'all something hypothetical, okay? Let's say like out of the 50 people, out of 100 people, 50 got approved, 50 of them didn't. Out of the 50 that did get approved, 25 $300. Then it was so that all backfired back on Kamala Harris. It just, right? Then she goes to View, does terrible on there when she made the statement saying she can't think of anything she would do different than what Joe Biden has already done. Well, her and Joe Biden has already done. That right there ended up putting like a nail in the coffin for her. Right? And then you had it to where she went on 60 Minutes. And they doctored the clip. The way she answered a question, they took that answer and put it with another question that the man had on there. So people are calling for the full, unscripted, unedited version of 60 Minutes, right? Then she goes into a podcast, right? She goes into a podcast. I think it's called, I forget what the name of it is. I did it the other day, but you can tell it was like Jeremy John says, it was T-minus 1 day. It wasn't even worth me. I think it was like Get Her Daddy or Go Up That. I don't know what it was, but it's a popular podcast amongst females. She goes on there and made herself look ridiculous as well, right? Backfire. Then she has a rally where she was saying all this craziness about how President Trump is hiding from her. President Trump is scared. Oh, President Trump campaign is hiding him because they know that he doesn't have like the balls to run America. She didn't say it in that way, but that's pretty much what she was saying. I'm paraphrasing. She pretty much saying like President Trump don't have the balls to run America and all this and that, right? Then she said he's scared to debate her. Now she wants to try to accept the terms and conditions and all this stuff of Fox News to debate President Trump. President Trump said no. So now it's like a cry out for desperation. She tries to send Barack Obama. She tried to send Barack Obama to come in and try to save the day by talking to black people. He gets out there. I have a problem with you're thinking about sitting this one out. You're thinking about not voting and not voting because she's a woman. I have a problem with that. We are shut up. And that backfired. Black people, I thank y'all. I told y'all the work that we've been doing for over the past 3.5 years, me traveling all over, definitely doing a whole lot in Illinois. This stuff has made headway. It has made its way. And I'm so glad that despite of everything people try to do to discourage me from going and talking to a lot of black people at these conferences, at these events, these speaking events and things like that, these symposiums, I kept on doing it. I did not care because guess what? I just wanted people to wake up to the truth, and that's it. That's it. Now, that backfired with Barack Obama. Now, she tries to go and redeem herself. She tries to go and redeem herself, ladies and gentlemen. And before I get to that, let me give a shout out to Tracy Daniels, who's viewing in through the mobile. Says, she says, can the left cheat this time? You know they'll try. Will they succeed? That's one of the biggest things that a lot of us worry about. Okay. Good question. I wouldn't doubt it. Seriously. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, which is what I want to bring you guys to. You guys all saw the title. You guys all saw the thumbnail that was there with the title, right? So the reason why I'm saying all that is this. She goes on one of the most popular podcasts, which a lot of you may not know about it. You may know about it. It's called The Breakfast Club. It's with Charlemagne. He calls himself Charlemagne the God. This has a huge population of black people. Probably 90+% of it are black listeners, right? Black listeners. So of course, she's trying to win back a lot of black people. What she's trying to do. She's trying to win back a lot of black people. She's been on Breakfast Club before where it kind of backfired on her when she was letting it be known that she smoked weed. And yet at the same time, her as a prosecutor put a lot of black people behind bars and was pushing for higher sentences with them for weed. And not only that, for nonviolent crimes. For nonviolent crimes when it comes to weed. She pushed for longer sentences with black people. But then she goes on a Breakfast Club and bragged about how she smoked weed. Okay? So point is, ladies and gentlemen, Breakfast Club is very popular. It's very popular. Okay? And I'm getting ready to play. You guys won't be able to see it that's viewing in through the mobile. But you guys that are viewing in through me and you see me in my studio and all this where y'all can see the phone up here, I am going to share the screen with you guys on what Kamala Harris had to say and what, so there were callers that called in, right? Callers called in and they asked her some questions, okay? And I'm getting ready to let you guys hear the questions that they asked her. And y'all, this is absolutely amazing how Kamala Harris is going to answer these questions. Okay? So give me a second to set this up. Wow, you can't even see me now. Hold on. Let me do something here on my main page. Let me see if I can move myself. Okay, there we go. That's better right there. Okay. So you guys don't worry about the fact that y'all can't see this whole screen. It doesn't even matter because all you're going to do is be able to hear the audio because they heavily copyright their material, which is fine, but at least you will be able to hear the audio. So I want you guys to listen to this question here and then watch how she responds. Check it out. Hopefully you guys can hear it too. Y'all should be able to through the phone.
I know that America became great, off the backs of free black labor. How progressive are you on making it a priority and righting America's wrongs? It's understood that you are running for president for all people of America. Asking for specifics for black communities doesn't mean don't do for others, but black Americans are heavily asked to vote Democrat in every election for over half a century, with very little in return. What are your plans to address these very important issues and change that narrative?
Now, I felt that when this individual, when he just asked this question, not that I agree with the question, but the way that he worded it, you can tell that he was reading from something, in my opinion. It can be argued. But it was a well-presented question. Would y'all agree? Yeah. Would y'all agree? It sounded like it was a well thought out question. Now, here's her answer.
Thank you, Zeke.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for your work. So, to your point, yes, I am running to be a president for all Americans. That being said, I do have clear eyes about the disparities that exist and the context in which they exist, meaning history, to your point. So my agenda, well, first of all, on the point of reparations, it has to be studied. There's no question about that. And I've been very clear about that position. In terms of my immediate plan, I will tell you a few of the following. One, as it relates to the economy, which is a lot of what you have addressed.
Wait for it.
Look, I grew up in the middle class. My mother, worked hard, raised me and my sister, and by the time I was in high school, she was able to afford our first.
Y'all know.
What? Y'all see what I'm saying? You guys all heard. We're going to hear this question again. Seriously. Do you see what I'm saying? What the freaking heck was that? How can you not listen? Look, I got mentees that are watching right now. This is the reason why I said these things. Where y'all at? There's, from where they are tuning in from, they got 320 of my mentees. 320 of my mentees from Florida to Missouri to Tennessee to Illinois to Kansas, California are listening. They know when I talk to them. I got mentees right now who didn't even take to the advice of a lot of things that I told them. They wanted to do their own way. They tried their own way, the other opinion. But my point is, they know that I don't try to push them to do things my way. But I do teach them to think and make their own decisions to do things in how they want to do it. So the only thing I'm saying is, with all that y'all just got done hearing, listen to his question.
But America became great, off the backs of free black labor. How progressive are you on making it a priority and righting America's wrongs? It's understood that you are running for president for all people of America. Asking for specifics for black communities doesn't mean don't do for others, but black Americans are heavily asked to vote Democrat in every election for over half a century, with very little in return. What are your plans to address these very important issues and change that?
What are your plans, he said, to address these issues?
Narrative. Thank you, Zeke.
I appreciate that.
What are your plans, Kamala?
Thank you. And thank you for your work.
What are your plans?
So, to your point, yes, I am running to be a president for all Americans.
What are your plans?
That being said, I do have clear eyes.
She has clear eyes
about the disparities that exist and history.
Which is, if you have clear context in what those things are, tell us about it, right?
To your point. So my agenda, well,
her agenda.
First of all, on the point of reparations, it has to be studied. There's no question about that.
There you have it, black folks. Negroes, there y'all have it. It has to be studied. It has to be studied. Do y'all know? Do you know? Black people, if you're in here and you're listening, do you know where Kamala Harris came from? What state did she come from? California. Do you know that the state that she came from, they literally just had one of the most well thought out, well written, well punctuated, well articulated, I's dotted, T's crossed, semicolons in the right spot, written in ALA style or AML style, whatever style need to be written in. Right? California. Black people put it together. California now, California. Well written, put together in regards to reparations and all this, right? That got proposed to an all black Negro, dark skin, all black caucus. I mean, Negroes of the Negroes, black of the black, dusty, ashy, from Shaka Zulu to the Nigerian to the dust to the Skittles, Mahookers, the Hookah Hawkins. All black panel. Not even a mixed person up there. I mean, these was Negroes to the Negroes. All black panel. All black panel. All these black people presented to this all black caucus. And you know what the all black caucus did in regards to this recreation thing being brought to Governor Newsom? The all black caucus shut it down. From the state where Kamala Harris comes from, which was out there as being one of the most well thought out reparation things presented. And you know what they did? They shut it down. Governor Newsom even came back and pretty much was going to say how he was going to veto it anyway. And then I'll raise you another one. When it got shut down, black people exploded. They were upset. They were mad. They start telling them about themselves. They start telling the black caucus about themselves. You guys had the opportunity to take this to Governor Newsom. Trump calls him, you scum. I call him Governor Newsom. Yes, he's scum. I call him Governor Newsom. Trump did. Trump said that, right? The all black caucus are the ones to shut down all these black people who's trying to propose this reparation bill. Because the black caucus thought, well, Governor Newsom, well, in other words, y'all best not be coming up here with that there's bill. Now, Massa don't know that. Now, he already gives you food stamps. He gives you food stamps. He gives you WIC. Yes, Massa does is really good. Now, don't y'all go doing all they trying to present this to Massa. They say Massa should give us a whole lot more. Don't y'all go do this. Y'all gets us in a whole lot of troubles now. Don't y'all go do this. I can't take this here bills to Massa. Massa gives us good jobs right now. He helps us oversee some of the things the rest of you Negroes do. We can't go and do this now. Can't go do this now. Y'all going back over yonder. Going back over yonder now. And don't y'all get mad and start chunking no rocks now. Don't y'all chunk no rocks up here. They didn't even want to take it to Gavin Newsom. The black people didn't want to take it to Gavin Newsom. But yet at the same time, something like that, me calling this out, the work that I've been doing for the past some odd years in regards to getting it out there about this stuff, that black caucus, they weren't calling them no coons. They weren't calling them tap dancing for the white man. They weren't calling them porch Negroes and house Negroes, Uncle Toms, Sister Toms, Auntie Tom, Auntie Tomalina. They weren't calling them none of that. And yet, they did it because they thought that Gavin Newsom was going to veto it, which he was going to do it anyway. But my point is, all these black people were to put this bill together. All these black people gave it to an all-black caucus. They should have gave it to Gavin Newsom and let Gavin Newsom tell all the Negroes. Now, look here now, niggas. Y'all better go and get on back down on that plantation now. I'm already giving you everything a committee anyway. I'm not letting y'all. Look here now, niggas. Look here now, niggas. I'm already letting y'all get away with crime. I raised the money. I raised the theft price up to where if you steal anything under $1,000, you won't be prosecuted. Heck, I'm letting niggas do smash and grab. What more do y'all want? I ain't fixing to give y'all no reparations now. Let Gavin Newsom be the one to tell them that. So my point in saying that is, check this out. That got denied by a black caucus who felt that Gavin Newsom was going to veto it anyway, which Gavin Newsom vetoed it anyway. He was going to veto it anyway. But then Gavin Newsom tried to switch it up. Gavin Newsom had the nerves to get mad at the black people who got mad at the black caucus because the black caucus didn't want to present it to him. How dare y'all? How dare you guys? It is completely unacceptable and inappropriate and unprofessional and un-nigger-like for y'all to I'm joking, y'all. I'm just playing. And it's unacceptable for you guys to be that angry at your black counterparts, to threaten them with not voting for them, to be mean to them. Look how he quickly took the attention off himself and put it right back and made sure that black people was going to fight amongst black people. Look how he did that. So what am I saying all that for? When it all came down to it, towards the end, guess what they said? They said, take what you guys have presented to us and what y'all are going to give to Gavin Newsom, and what we want you to do, go back and do it again, and that's the money we're going to put into it. They will pass a bill. They will give grants. They will bring money from the government for the studying of reparations. For studying reparations, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear me? They will give money, millions and millions of dollars, to study reparations, to look into reparations. But for darn sure, you're not going to get reparations. You're not going to get reparations. So let me go back into this thing I was saying so y'all can catch on to what I just presented. And I know, look, I just broke that down. Hit that thumbs up button, ladies and gentlemen, so this content can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Make sure you do it, folks. And it's a good chance a lot of you in here have already been unsubscribed from the channel. So check to see if you're still subscribed to the channel. All right, let's continue on with this.
And I've been very clear about that position. In terms of my immediate plan, I will tell you a few of the following. One, as it relates to the economy, which is a lot of what you have addressed. Look, I grew up in the middle class. My mother, worked hard, raised me and my sister.
Lord Jesus.
By the time I was in high school, she was able to afford our first.
Y'all know that.
So now she wants to come back on here and bribe black people with reparations. But the thing is, folks like me, I try to tell my folks, look, I try to tell y'all black folks, I know y'all don't like when I give y'all a verbal spanking, but trust me when I tell you, I'm doing it because it's for your own good, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you the God honest truth because I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I hate that a lot of people are getting pimped because they really do. I'm just being honest with you. They target people, and I'm just being honest. I'm not hating on anybody. All of us got different gifts and levels of understanding in certain things, yada yada peanut butter, right? They are doing the equivalent of throwing this stuff out there to get people excited about it. See, one thing y'all have to understand here, and I'm gonna go back to this, okay? One thing that needs to be understood here, ladies and gentlemen, is this. They have a playbook that they use, and they pulled it from the black church. What's one of the main things that Jesse Jackson would say at the end of his I am somebody things? Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. See, when you get sold on nothing more than keep hoping, it can be recycled, regurgitated over and over again. Because guess what? Let me break something down to y'all that y'all don't understand. And I know a lot of folks don't understand. Well, you will understand this after I tell you this. Promise you will. Check this out. When you, especially black people, now I know white people, this can happen to y'all too, but I'm just saying specifically, since this is, targeted at black people, listen to this. When you go to church, and if you've been in church for a while, and you've been to one of these type of black churches that I'm about to describe to you, tell me if I'm lying. You go there, pastor gets to talking to preaching, starts off talking normal. Next thing you know, oh, I'm finna preach. You see, God will and God can. And see, and tell your neighbor, give your neighbor a high five. Tell him God can do it. Yes, he can. He's a living God. He's an awesome God. God did, and he will never put up on more you can bear. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna step into my destination. I'm gonna step into my calling. I'm gonna step into my seat. Tell your neighbor, it's your year, it's your time, it's your time, it's your they do all of this hooping and hollering. Everybody in church just woo, 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 yeah, woo. Woo! People crying and everything because it makes you feel good. The euphoria that's going around the church that they call the spirit moving is euphoria. You can get that same feeling at rock concerts, basketball games, baseball games. We are electrically connected in ways that y'all can't even understand if you don't know this. So when you go to church, he's up there, won't he do it? Can't he do it? Tell your neighbor, tell him that, give him a high five. So I dare somebody to get up right now and give him some praise. I dare somebody to get up. And people get up and start, and it feels good. But then you need to ask yourself, a year later, have you increased? A year later, has your life changed for the better? A year later, did God give you back what the cankerworm stole and what the roach took? Did God give you back what the mice stole from you? Huh? Did he do it? You'll sit there and see people don't like to do that. Then don't you go talking about the pastor like they do the same thing. What I'm saying it for, Democrats, ladies and gentlemen, that's why they usually go to the black church. They pick up their strategy from them. Say things in such a way to get these Negroes pumped up. Say things in such a way to get these Negroes feeling good. That's why you better thank a union member. If you're going to, you better thank a union member for vacation. You better thank, and then next thing you know, oh, I love you back. Oh, estará siempre en mi corazón. Donde está la biblioteca? Me la metimos en la discoteca. She's Spanish. Then she's going to go from that to, oh no, how do you not know? Do you not know the humanity that come down to this man? Do you not know? Then, hi, I'm Kamala Harris, and I can make the best butter chicken. I mean, what the freaking heck? My point is, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Black folks, I'm telling you right now, the playbook they took from a lot of these fake pastors and these prosperity preachers and all that, it's the same game they play on you to get your vote. Do things in such a charismatic way. Say it in such a way. Tell them, no, when I get in here this time, I'm not going to play around. I'm going to do it the right way. Y'all going to see I'm not playing around. That's why I'm proposing to let you niggas smoke weed. That's why I'm proposing to give you niggas $1 million loan that you most likely ain't going to get because it's just, that's why I'm proposing this. I mean, that's what they're doing. That should have been a big, huge offense to a lot of us black folks. Not know, oh, we're going to study. We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna perform. What I'm gonna do? You know what? You know what Kamala Harris can? I might give game away. Don't let Kamala Harris see this video. You know a way that Kamala Harris can get a lot of black men? Watch this. If Kamala Harris said, on day one, I'm writing an executive order to have a task force go out there and really look into men paying child support. Woo-hoo-hoo! That might be a, hold on, wait a minute now, wait, what she just say? You want to get some brothers' attention, black men and men in general, period. We're going to look into how these women are using that money that men are paying child support into. We're going to look into the court systems and see if they're being real fair when it comes to men that are paying child support and how much time they're getting with their children. We're going to look into the recipients of child support, of the mothers, and how they're spending that money and if they're doing it for the betterment of the child. We're going to look at the mother is actually doing anything that can weigh down on the child's mental capacity to where she's trying to turn the child against their father. We're going to look and see how often the mother is doing things to contradict the father from coming and see that. I'm going to do that on day one. I mean, you know how many men were probably like, hold on, wait a minute now. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Nothing like, you know what? We're going to definitely invest in the areas where black people seem to be disenfranchised, in the areas where black people seem to have low income and their buildings. We're going to put in a program to where we're going to pretty much be trying to encourage that type of that community to go into trade school, carpentry, architecture, welding, plumbing, so that these people can get this thing together and they can go back and help build up their own neighborhoods. They can get the contract to go, they can get the contracts to plumbing, the contracts to carpentry, the contracts to masonry, the contract to all those things that they can go back and take that back to their neighborhood and help build their neighborhood. Oh no, nothing like that. But what she do, she offer you Negroes to be able to sell weed. Push these Negroes into what they already know. These Negroes are ignorant. All they know is selling drugs. Therefore, let's create a program and let these Negroes be able to sell drugs. But what they don't tell you either is, do you know how much you have to do to get a cannabis dispensary and be able to dish that out? They don't tell you that. That's the best you can offer us? is to be drug dealers, but just legally? That's no different than a doctor. Let me stop. Folks will be like, yeah, but Ty, you. Tell me what they would do if Kamala Harris was to break something out like that. I bet you that'd get some people ears. The thing I just mentioned about the child support, I bet you that would get their ears. But oh no, insult us with some goddamn on. We want these Negroes to go and be some weed pushers. Now, do I got anything against marijuana? No. It's the principle. And that's all you seem to think that we're good for? Oh no, so you know what? Oh, hey Ty, don't come on now. Don't go talking about Kamala like that. You know what she does for us? She take us off the cotton fields, she puts us in the marijuana fields. That's what she's gonna do for us. It sure is a lot better. Last time I heard that if you picks marijuana, it don't cut your hands like the cotton does. So I sure enough would like to go down there and do the marijuana pulling versus doing the cotton pulling. I know longer wants to be a cotton picker no more. I get to be a weed, and sometimes we get to smoke, which makes us feel real good until us. Says, don't you want to feel good? And then it makes you hungry. We get more innards now, Ty. We get more in. We don't have to no longer eat the innards of the animal. We get the good cuts, and we can have it with a nice pot of beans, Ty. No, matter of fact, it's good poking beans. Throw a little poke in there, a little ham hock. We sure gets it. While getting nice and less smoke some of it too. Yeah, I'm saying it just like that because that's pretty much the equivalence of what this nonsense is. You locked up black people and you brag about how you had the biggest record in going after criminals and everything like that. And you put a lot of people for non-violent crimes of selling marijuana in jail. And now you're talking about making it to where they can do it for free? Legally, I mean? And you get on Charlemagne and where this recording came from that I showed you, you brag about how you smoked weed? Man, come on now. Let me show y'all this other little, let me let you guys hear this other little clip in here. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. Because this other caller called in. And look, this is now this is on y'all. I perceive that this is a white man that's gonna be this caller calling in right here, y'all. But y'all have to hear this. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Shout out to Tom Futch who says, thank you for speaking the truth. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Appreciate that. Guys, don't forget, I keep on forgetting this because y'all know I cannot look at my phone. When I'm on a roll like this, it's hard to look at my phone. But there's a Cash App right there. If you're trying to figure out what my Cash App is and y'all texting me or emailing me, there it is. It's a Cash App sign, Modern Renaissance Man. That's what it is. Okay? So y'all don't have to email me no more. Just do it there. If you do, great. If you don't, great. The best thing you guys can do for me is hit that thumbs up and share the video. Let other people know about this video. Let other people know about the channel and encourage them to subscribe to the channel. Now I'm gonna bring you guys to this other caller that called in. And this person, listen to what they're gonna say right here. Check this out. To you that are watching me in the studio, check this out. Listen to this nonsense. Shout out to my guy, the Right Wing Angel. Check this out.
Could you please respond to Trump's claim that he's going to use the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to round up immigrants if he wins the election? This law was last used to put Asian Americans in internment camps during World War II, and I have a sneaking suspicion that if Trump wins, he's going to use this law to put anyone that doesn't look white in camps, and I'm scared.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Okay, somebody said, what he say? Okay, we're going to show you. Check it out. Listen.
Could you please respond to Trump's claim that he's going to use the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to round up immigrants if he wins the election? This law was last used to put Asian Americans in internment camps during World War II, and I have a sneaking suspicion that if Trump wins, he's going to use this law to put anyone that doesn't look white in camps, and I'm scared.
Yeah, so you've hit on a really important point and expressed it, I think, so well, which is he is achieving his intended effect to make you scared. He is running full time on a campaign that is about instilling fear.
Could you please respond to Trump's claim that he's
So
going
now President Trump, yeah, y'all heard that right. I think this person might have rolled on that same little bus that Kamala Harris talks about. That she was so, you know, oh, right on the bus. This man, I don't even know how people can even look. I really don't. This is what I tell you guys. Honestly, if I ran into an individual like this, I would say, sir, you have a good evening. Sir, you have a good evening. Kamala Harris don't even know what to say on this. What can she say? And saying, oh yeah, look what she did. She went right into it. Oh yeah, you know, that's what this is all about. And yeah, and because you know that's what Trump is doing. He wants to do this to scare people. Yeah, that's what it is. Again, shout out to my guy, the Right Wing Angel. If y'all have not done it yet, I would recommend you guys go subscribe to the Right Wing Angel on YouTube and also on Instagram. He's doing the good work, putting this stuff out there, give me some things to get some firepower to bounce some things off of. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm saying. These are grown voting individuals in America right now. Grown voting Americans right now. I have to sit there and really possibly dissect how in the world did they arrive to the conclusion that they arrived to in regards to thinking. I'm trying to find something else for you guys in case y'all see me do it. How did they get to the point in their life where they are like seriously convinced that President Trump is going to be like rounding people up that don't look white? It's like it's going to be putting them all in these homes or places, rounding them up like they did to Asian people. Oh, you mean like how y'all were trying to do us during COVID? Oh yeah, talk about it. Yeah, I know y'all. You don't want me to go down that road. You don't want me to go down that road. You scared of that, but you loonies, you had no problem. These lunatics, y'all had no problem because individuals like me did not want to get the Fauci, ouchie, hokey pokey clock shot. Y'all didn't care about that then, huh? Y'all didn't care about us being possibly rounded up. Y'all can't come to our house. Y'all not gonna be able to go to work. You can't even get on the airplane. You can't even go to a restaurant. You can't even go to the grocery store. You gonna kill your grandma. You gonna kill your grandpa. Y'all had no problem with them wanting to do individuals like me who didn't want to get that Fauci, ouchie, hokey pokey clock shot, huh? Y'all had no problem with that. But now you're scared that Trump is going to round up all the black people, all the brown people, anybody got any type of skin color to them besides the color that Caucasians look like. You're going to round them all up. And she bought into it. That's what he wants to do. He wants to scare you. Okay. He wants to scare you into, like when I used to be raised as a black girl, I understand, because I'm going to start off like this. Okay. I was unburdened by what has been whenever I came up in the middle class. My mom raised us to be black. Stop. Absolutely stop. So yeah, I know people get pissed off when I do things like that, but it does not matter because I'm just showing you how I'm trying to be nice about it, not saying it too crazy. But I really just want to show people how ridiculous this is, how ridiculous they can be, how ridiculous that you've been bought into a whole lot of this mainstream media stuff so hard, it has become so ingrained in your brain that you are able to actually come down and conclude that President Trump is going to do something ridiculous like this. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that like button. Don't forget that if there's anybody in your cell phone right now, most of y'all have a cell phone. You have a cell phone, you can go into your cell phone right now, go to your contact list. If there's anybody in your contact list, anybody in your contact list, anybody in your contact list, let them know about this channel and encourage them to subscribe to the channel, if you would, please. This is how this message get pushed out. This is how, this is how we all actually find each other on common ground when it comes to things that we all can relate to. And it's sad that I got to say that thing that we all relate to is something called common sense. Because that seems to have gone out the door by now. A lot of people don't even have it anymore. They just completely lost it. Just lost it. I really just, it's weird because it's scary. It's almost, you know what? It's scary to the extent because it's like people have literally fallen prey to what that speech I love by Charlie Chaplin. He said, "Don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts." He said, "You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your heart. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural." And when you see anybody that's displaying those things that I just got done naming off, that lets you know that they gave themselves over to that, right? They gave themselves over to that spirit of hatred, that spirit of no love. They don't even have really no common sense. All they are just pure reactionary people. That's all they do. They just wait around. They wait around for somebody to say something or do something so that they all can just be offended, so they all can be offended, and now they're ready to go and just do something, yell and scream and all this stuff like that. Oh, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. Da, 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 da. But you get to see this woman actually say what she says. She cannot do it without a teleprompter. She cannot answer business questions really at all. And how she's going to help the economy. He asked her, what is she going to do? She did not tell him. And to me, I feel like man, y'all, come on, man. Y'all know when you're looking at somebody, you're looking at somebody, and you know that they're just lying to you to your face. And you know how it is when they do that, you actually feel embarrassed for them. Then you feel a little offended because you really think that I'm believing you. You really think that I'm going to fall for what you're saying right now. And that's what we're dealing with right now. These people are far gone on a mental level. And I would say it's sad, but it'll be hard for me to say that because, quite honestly, a lot of people gave themselves over to it. A lot of people said, I don't want this. I don't want God. I don't want common sense. I want somebody to regulate my life. I want somebody to tell me what to do, what to think, and what to feel. I want them to tell me what I should eat, what I shouldn't eat, what size I should be, that I need to start eating bugs and less meat. I need to just for the sake of humanity, I need to see if I can just hold my fart in and just fart 2 times a day, just so I can help the ozone layer and help the environment. Y'all, I'm not saying to be condescending, but individuals that are like that, you guys need help. You guys need help. Anyway, folks, again, I appreciate you guys all being in here. I want you guys to double check to make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that thumbs up button before we get out of here. That's all I have for right now, and I'll try to do my best on working on at least alerting you guys to let you know when I might go live. I'm spontaneous. I'll just post it. And hopefully you guys, according to how YouTube is supposed to work, hopefully YouTube notifies you like they should notify you to let you know that I am live. And I can tell you right now, I can tell that this video has been suppressed because for the first time, there's more people in my live studio area than there are people that's tuning in through the mobile. When I talked about other things, Steve, you in here right now. What I have in here, 1,000 people, 800 people, 900 people, 700 people on average when I was going live, right? Vertical through the vertical phone, right? Now that I'm talking about their girl Kamala Harris, just like they did the year that Joe Biden was running against President Trump, look what they do. That's how they operate, folks. And this is why I say it's important for you guys. I know it seemed crazy. And that's why it's important for you guys to get in your phones. Is like, hey, you need to check out Modern Renaissance, man. Subscribe to them because, you know, this is what they do, folks. And I can only do so much, but it's up to you guys to spread it around. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to get out of here. And I don't know, I might post a few more videos later on tonight, depending on what comes across my desk. And until then, folks, I will see you guys all later. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance man. Hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. Y'all have a good one, all right? I appreciate y'all being in here. Steve, thanks for holding it down for me, man. I don't know where my girls are, but it don't matter because I needed you to hold it down for me anyway. Whoa, holy crap. It just started like going crazy and bouncing around. Y'all still here? I mean, are they mad at me? What's going on? This thing is going wacky. It's not even letting me end the live.